Hey Queens, hey Queens. This is Desmond Booker. This is Desmond Booker. I'm a Christian dating and relationship coach. I'm so glad to be able to come on this Monday. Again, it's Monday, so it's Monday Night Live. I help successful queens who are seeing success in their lives and now are desiring to see success in their love lives. And so we simply say it's time for you to go from single to successfully dating. Welcome to you that are on Facebook. You are in my Queens Don't Settle Facebook group. Welcome to those that are on IG at Desmond Booker 5, and then also our YouTube family. We welcome you as well. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe and begin to follow me on YouTube as you are joining me on YouTube Monday Night Live. All right, this is great. Great to have you, Queens. Hopefully, Queens, you guys had a great weekend. My weekend seemed like it goes so fast. It was jam-packed. Celebrated, had time to celebrate with my aunt for her birthday. And we had family and we met, had a nice dinner and everything. It was just really great. Family is everything. So it's so important that you spend time with your family. So hopefully you're spending time with your family. Hopefully you're enjoying life and just really enjoying yourself. I always say self-care is the best care. All right. So let's get into tonight. I think this is going to be a great topic for us this week. We've been having some great topics. We are in the ending of September. Can't believe September is already going and it's already gone. But tonight, I want to share with you tonight from just thinking about it. So you're praying for a man to come into your life. You're praying for him to come into your life. You're desiring for the man to come into your life. You as this queen are wanting to be and connected to and allow this king to find you. But it's time to go from what? Praying for him to come into your life to praying with him. And my question is, are you ready for that? Are you ready to stop praying for him and ready to start praying with him? Okay? And so in order for some things for him to walk into your life, and in order for that praying and desiring him to come and me switch from we praying together, right? We're praying together. Some things have to happen, right? And one of the things is that you have to begin to allow yourself to even begin to imagine that happening. Can you see yourself in a great relationship, right? Can you see yourself? Can you see your prayers answered? So many queens come to me and they say, well, I can pray for them and I can pray for this. And you're seeing success in other people's lives. You can maybe perhaps seeing success even in your life and what you're praying. So how is it that I'm praying for these things to happen in my life and these things are happening, but then I'm praying over here and this man is still not showing up? How do I go from praying for him to come into my life and praying with him, us praying together, right? Going from single to successfully dating to a healthy relationship to a loving, committed marriage. How did that happen? It's through prayer. And so do you really see that happening for you? Do you really believe in your prayer? Oh, I believe in my prayers being answered. But you have to really, because there can be no doubt. If you're praying about anything, he says, you pray, you believe, you shall receive without doubting. So there can't be any doubting in your heart about this. So a lot of you are saying, well, I don't feel like I'm doubting. No, you can't be feeling like it. You have to know that there is no doubt. That's number one. Okay. As you begin to pray without doubt, it's already done. You don't have to be concerned about it. But what you do have to do is what? If you're asking God to send a husband, if you're asking Spirit, you have to what? You have to be connected in the Spirit. So what happens if you're praying that, then that means what? Then you're going to have to follow some instructions, right? You're going to have to go in a path, because I'm sorry, he's just not going to fall out of the sky. Okay? He's just not going to just come out of the sky. There are going to be some things that you're going to have to do in order for you and him to connect, right? And so this is where that inspiration comes in, of that you're inspired to do some things, right? And many queens that I'm talking to is that they are ready to be in a relationship, but then are they ready to do some changing? Are they ready to forgive somebody? This is all about information and inspiration of doing things. They still haven't forgotten somebody. You've been some queens that I'm talking to haven't even they're just separated, haven't even gotten a divorce yet, right? These are things that you have to take care of, because again, if you're praying and asking God to bless you with somebody that you can pray with, no longer praying for him to come into your life, but praying with him, then you're going to have to what? You're going to have, things are going to have to line up with, for God to be able to bless you with them. Do you believe? That's the first thing. Do you believe? Without doubt. Okay, I believe. Now, are you taking steps, inspirational steps? What do you need to do? Are you doing that? Have you forgiven those that have hurt you? Are you still talking and even thinking about vengeful thoughts? Haven't forgiven that person. Okay, so before you can move forward, right, you have to do what? You have to look backwards and make sure that you've let all of the bitterness, let all your hurt, let all the let all of that go. Let all of that go. And this is a part of that healing process. Okay. Now, again, in that healing process, see, we don't like to talk about what I'm talking about tonight, because all we want to do is what? All we want to do is pray and then just wait for God to do it. No, you're going to pray and then you're going to have to do some things in order for it to happen. If you believe, you shall receive. It's already done. Now you have to do your part as God is doing his part. Okay? So in that forgiving, and now you may have to, you may even have to cut some friends off. You may have to cut some friends off. They're single friends. They're always talking negative. They're always talking about there's no good men. And there are several things that you may have to do. And in talking to queens, that's why I always, and I was pausing because I was thinking about it. I always ask you, how bad do you want to be in a relationship? And I'm not talking about being desperate, because with anything, whether it be a house, a car, a job, a business, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, if you don't have a high desire for it, then you're not going to put any effort into it. Somebody that wants to win the Olympics, what are they going to do? They're going to be training. They're not going to be just eating anything. They're going to be training. They're going to be getting there. Because why? Because on their mind is what? Is gold. They're not even thinking about bronze and silver. They're thinking about gold, right? I want to win the gold. I want to go to the Olympics. And so you have to think the same thing. And that's why I always ask, do you really want to be in a relationship? Do you have that desire? Because if the desire is not there, like we was talking about, I believe last week, is that if that desire is not there, then you're not going to do certain things. You're not going to be willing to forgive. You're not going to be willing to, whatever it may take. You're not willing to do those things. So if you're not willing to do that, honestly, how can you expect a miracle? I've never seen anybody expect a miracle to happen and not expect to do anything. Whatever they have to do to see the miracle come into their lives, they're willing to do that. Are you willing and have a strong desire? Okay? This is crucial, because that's where the inspiration from that desire. Okay, I need to do these things. I need to do this. Man, I really like this person. I really wish this was the person that would, accept me. I wish this was the person that I could have a relationship with, but they continue to ghost you. They're not good. You see red flags with these people. All of these things are signs to let you know, do you really want your prayers answered? Okay? I'm answering your question tonight. Why is my prayers not being answered? And these are the reasons why. God can only do a certain amount of work to answer your prayer. Did you hear what I said? Only do it, because he's not going to go against He's not going to go against what? He's not going to go against what you're desiring and what you want if you really want it. And that's why I love the scripture that says, if you believe it's going to rain, dig the ditch. Because, it's the same thing. If you believe that you're going to meet somebody at the altar and you want to meet somebody at the altar, you're going to have to what? You're going to have to dig the ditch. The prayer has been prayed and you're desiring it. So we're talking tonight, and I see you guys jumping on. We're talking about tonight that you're going from praying for somebody to come into your life to actually now praying with them. See that? It's a progression, but now I'm praying with that person. No longer am I praying for them. And that's why we're talking about this tonight, because it's time for you to get out of the way, right? Time for you to get out of the way and begin to just really let this thing happen. If you prayed about it and you believe according to the Bible, you've already what? It's already done. So why is it not done and, as they say, manifest? Why come it hasn't manifested? Why come it's not here now? It's because why? Because you have to do certain things in order for it to happen. So number one, do you believe it? How bad do you really want it? How big is your desire for that? Are you willing to take action? Are you willing to take steps? I have a free about 15 to 30 minute call that I sit down and talk with queens. You won't even schedule a free call, but yet you want somebody to come into your life. Do you see this? If I can help you, why are you not taking free help? Do you see that? Because you really don't want to, you wanted to do it your way and you don't really want to. I want you to think about this. Everything God is doing, he's leading you and he's guiding you and he's directing you to do it. Right? Just like I'm guided, I'm directed, even in talking about this week. I'm guided, I'm directed. So what happens? We have met through that inspiration. Monday Night Live, okay, go on Monday Night Live. What if nobody shows up? I'm not concerned about if nobody shows up. I'm not concerned who wants to work with me or who wants me to help them. I'm not concerned about that. I've done my part. I've turned the camera on. And I began to share with you what it is. And I'm sharing this with you because just like you met me coming into your life to help you, how much more can God lead you then to your husband? But you got to what? You got to get out of their way. Quit trying to figure this thing out. It's already worked out. There's a process to this. There's a process to this. I've known queens. I know a lot of single queens. They've been single for 3 or 4 years and they're still trying to do it their way. And that's their prerogative. If that's what they're wanting to do. But why take a long route when you could take a shorter route, right? Why take a long route when you could take a shorter route? What are we talking about today? We're talking about, are you ready to go from single to successful dating? Are you ready to see the person that you're praying for, no longer praying for him, but you're ready to walk in, but you're ready to what? Pray with him. We're going from praying for him to praying with him. And that's what we're talking about tonight. It's already done. You just have to be inspired. You just have to follow the action and follow the steps that God has laid out for you. And then guess what begins to happen? You're going to begin to see yourself. He's going to meet you and you're going to meet him. Okay? I could talk about this all night because I'm really passionate about this because I want to see so many queens meet the king that they're praying for. Meet the king that they're praying for. Why? Because it's already done. If God can lead us and cause us to meet, how come he can't cause you to meet your spouse? But the process, right? You're trying to figure it out. You don't want to do it this way. I talk to queens. I don't want to meet him online. I want to meet him in person. I don't want to go on dating apps. I don't want to go on dating sites. I'm not saying do those things, but I'm saying you have to be willing to be open to however your blessing will come. You have to be open to however your blessing will come because you don't know. And God has so many ways to bring him into your life, right? This is good. This is good. So are you open? Are you open? Are you really honestly open? Does it matter if it's a blind date? Does it matter how you meet him? Where you meet him? I don't want to be in no long distance relationship. Well, talk to God about that, right? Have you thought about that and put that out there? No, I really haven't thought about that. It doesn't really matter if you and You're going to spend the rest of your life with this person. You're going to spend the rest of your life with this. So I'm going to let God do his thing, and I'm going to do my thing with God. All right? Hopefully this has helped you tonight. Again, we're going to be talking about this all week. This is the topic for we're talking about all week. Again, what we talked about last week is what? Are you serious? Are you serious? Why did I come up with that topic? Because God said that many of you are still single, praying for him to bless you with somebody, but you're not serious enough. And this lines up to what he's talking about. You have to be serious about being in a relationship. Why would he take the time and bless you with somebody that his child, and you're not serious about it? Or if he blesses you with them, then you push them away because you're not healed, right? And you sabotage the relationship because we feel and we think that we want a great person, right? But when they come into our lives, are we ready to receive them? Oh my goodness, this is good. All right. Well, I'm going to end it. I'm going to end it on right there. I want you to declare that. I want you to declare that I'm going from praying for my husband to come or praying for him to come into my life. And I'm going to start and I'm going to be praying with my husband. Right? I want you to claim that. I want you to claim that. All right. This has been good. This is another Monday Night Live. And we'll be talking more about this week. Thank y'all for joining me again. If you're on YouTube, many of you are on YouTube, I want you to go ahead and like and subscribe this, comment below. If you are needing any help, I gotta go. Somebody inboxed me, said, I'm really ready. I'm really ready. So I have to answer theirs. But if you're ready to talk to me, and let's just sit down and about 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, see where you are and assess that. Just inbox me. I'm ready. And if you're on my in my Facebook group, Queens Don't Settle, you can just comment below on this video. All right. This has been great. Thank y'all again for joining me. And if you have any questions or if there's a topic that you want me to talk about, I will talk about it. I'm not talking at you. This is a conversation that we're having together. All right. Have a great night. Remember, Queens don't settle.